Well, if you really want to do something good in your life, be a priest. If you want to do something really good in your life, be a priest, huh?
I don't think there's anything that could make me happier than to be a priest.
The message of Christ or the power of Christ that keeps me going.
So, good priests, that's what we need. That's what the church needs. That's what the Holy Father wants, And the steps of the apostles who were fishermen.
When I say Mass, I'll tell you what's going on in my mind. What's going on in my mind is that Jesus is saying this Mass.
A priest's life has two spiritual dimensions, folding their hands towards God and stretching their arms to their brothers. By being a light in darkness, a saving hand to the fallen, and bringing the life of Christ into the world through the Eucharist, they are like a grain of wheat that falls to the ground. Indeed, when a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it produces much fruit. They fearlessly travel to lands with foreign languages and cultures, all to share the love of Christ they have come to know through their priesthood. The lives they touched were changed forever. Their focus was not to make a life of worldly pleasures, but a life centered on eternity. In their youth, they worked tirelessly for the church, and even now in their advanced years, they are still strengthening us with their prayers. To that end, the call to priesthood is a lifelong commitment to be an offering. They are immensely joyful at the realization that the pleasures of this world cannot bring them true happiness. Like Martha's sister Mary, they have chosen the best of life, and no one can take that joy from them.
My name is Father Eugene Tyson. It's born and raised in Minnesota, in 90 miles east of Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, my name is Father James Vincent Roth. I'm a Catholic Maryknoll priest, and I come from La Crosse, Wisconsin, where I was born.
Well, my name is John Gwen Weitzel. Okay, well, when I was a youngster, I grew up in a village outside of Chicago, on the western side, about 10 miles outside of Chicago.
My name is Marvin Deutsch, and I was born in Minneapolis, not in a hospital, but in a house in 1928, June 26th.
Well, I would say a good Catholic family, Catholic upbringing.
My father was killed when I was 8 years old. It struck me very much.
There were 8 children, and I'm in the middle.
And went to school. The school was St. Luke's. It was in River Forest, Illinois, and it was run by Dominican sisters. They were wonderful.
My mother raised us 9 kids practically alone, with the help of friends also, friends and relatives. And I served Mass. There were 7 brothers, 7 boys in our family. I was the first one to become a server.
And we used to get the Maryknoll magazine, and also National Geographic to see how people live overseas, and all the blessings we enjoy here, and that so many people don't enjoy those blessings. Huh? There must be something kind of wrong that they can't partake of all the blessings that we have, And the greatest blessing is our faith. That's the greatest thing of all. And so that's what motivated me.
After I graduated from 8th grade, I went to a Dominican high school, Fenwick High School.
I had 3 older sisters and 2 younger brothers and 1 younger sister, and then my twin sister. So that's 8 children. There are 4 of us still alive. I'm the oldest of the living, and I'm 87 years old. To raise up sterling men for God, Mary Knoll, my Mary Knoll, whose blood may stain the heathen sod, Mary Knoll, my Mary Knoll. This is our aim, our sacred call, to bring Christ's name and grace to all. Godspeed thee unto save men's soul, O house of God, my Mary Knoll. Yay!
Malo soy fu malamangi mama.
Once a year, they would bring several sisters in to talk to us, sisters who had worked in China.
I talked to my parish priest, Monsignor Canty, I'll never forget him, and I told him that I'd been reading a magazine called Marino, and I kind of interested in joining Marino, becoming a Marino priest.
So I started to read it, and I got so fascinated because I was looking for answers.
And that impressed me. And they were telling about the Chinese, their customs, teaching them about Christ and about different types of work that they did among the Chinese people. So that kind of impressed me to become a priest. I said, I'd like to do something like that myself.
But anyway, after spending some time there, Marino said, well, now we're going to send you to one of our seminaries. So they sent me to Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. It was a place called the Vaynard. From the Vaynard, I went to Lakewood, New Jersey. After Lakewood, New Jersey, I went to Marino, New York, into the philosophy department. After graduating from college, then they sent me to the novitiate, which was in Bedford, Massachusetts.
So reading. And all of a sudden, I said, it's miracles. The light is coming into the room. Well, it was sunrise. It was no miracle. I read the book all night long. And I said, that's it. It's all true. God exists. Blessed Mother exists. There is an afterlife. There is a heaven. There is a hell. Jesus is the Savior. It's all true. So then I says, I think I should be a priest to help other people come to these conclusions that I have come to. And so that's how I got my vocation from the Blessed Mother.
It's a wonderful life for the priesthood, you know, what you can do. You don't have to be a foreign missionary or need missionaries in this country. I think with the people as well. And really the circumstances you're going to meet you can't think of all those beforehand as they present themselves, you know. But you're Christ with these people. And you're trying to save souls and reconcile them with their Creator, my Creator, and to realize someday we're both going to stand before God's throne.
And then there were 32 of us ordained in my class, 1957.
And when I was ordained, I thought I'd go right overseas to the missions. But our Superior General said, no, we're going to keep you here for a while.
Then in 1960, I was assigned to Marino Missions in Peru, South America. 1960, and I was there until 2007, 47 years in Peru.
Okay, when I first went to Chile, Most of the work that Maryknoll priests and brothers did in Chile was among the Chileans of Spanish descent.
And then, later on, when I was assigned to Africa, to Tanganyika, later called Tanzania, like it is today.
We want you to do some work to teach, to get the other young men to become priests and do vocation work. So I did that for a few years, and then they elected me to the General Council, and I spent 6 years on the General Council.
After my second year there, I was assigned to work in a parish in southern Chile, where there was a large Mapuche Indian population.
So I said to the new council, I'd like to go to Samoa. They said, fine, that's good. If you want to go there, we'll support you. So I went to Samoa, and in Samoa, the people gave me another name. They called me Vaupuni Matangi. And I got to love those people so much because they were so good to this man that came over from the United States.
Those people, simple people, huh? We can't read and write. It really touched my soul, And that's the way they practice the faith. God be good to them, That's what I say, God. Because they're not saints, I don't say that, no. But, boy, they got the faith and they're good people, right?
Well, I want to give you the same answer I gave to your fellow worker there, Benny. When he visited me two weeks ago up there, when I was up on top of the mountain where I was giving those talks, he asked me. And I said, Benny, my greatest desire is to preach the gospel until the day I die. That's what I told him. I want to preach the gospel till the day I die. Jesus, remember me. Jesus, remember me. Jesus, remember me when you enter into your kingdom. This day you will be, this day you will be, this day you will be with me in paradise.